This is directed to Dr. Richards. Could he explain why he got an F rating from the NRA in the 2008?
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Looks like he came prepared too.
I'm going to give this to you and I have more copies. You know, did you ever have a teacher give you a grade and say, where'd that come from? Why did I get that? Why did I deserve that? And I'll tell you, I need time for this because I've got to go through this whole story. I support the right of any law-abiding, mentally stable person to bear arms. I'm not against the Second Amendment, and that's exactly what I told the NRA. But then here's the story. You've got to be careful what you say, because how people interpret what you say. Back in the early 1980s, I was the medical examiner in Algona, Iowa. And we had a thing called the Driesman murders. I don't know how many people remember that, but there's a house on Highway 169 that I can't drive by and not remember what I saw in that house. Bob Driesman, a mentally unstable person, had an AK-47, and he stepped into the doorway, and he blasted his father, he blasted his mother, he blasted his sister, and he shot his sister's 3 children. And I'm going to get real dramatic. That's why I have this strong feeling. The one child lost the 4th finger off his right hand before the bullet slammed into his head, because that's what he was doing before he got shot. The last child was on the floor with his hands over his head because he had the back of his head blown completely open. And I simply said to the NRA, what might we do to prevent future tragedies like that? And I'll even go to Virginia Tech and Fort Hood. What might we do? I didn't say I wanted to do something. But in that statement, I called the AK-47 an assault rifle. Now, I believe the AK-47 was built for the Russian Army. It carries 60 clips, and I don't think they intended to shoot rabbits with it. Apparently, and that's why I gave you that letter. Okay?
Excuse me a second. You said it carries 60 clips.
I've got one that my PA's got one with 60 clips. Okay.
We'll follow up.
Anyway, statement. Okay. I couldn't ever get the NRA to talk to me about this, but I gave the man the letter. It's from retired State Trooper Tom Cogdell out of Algona. I don't know if anybody ever met him. He's a 40-year life member of the NRA. He still is very active in the NRA. He owns 25 guns. And I told this story to Tom. Tom has personally taken on the challenge to get my grade changed. He thinks they cheated me. And if you don't think that's true, you call Miranda Bond at the NRA office, okay? Because we talked to her several times. Basically, the NRA apparently considers the AK, when I use the word assault rifle for the AK-47, the NRA doesn't think the AK-47 is an assault rifle. And that was considered a subliminal message that I was somehow for gun control. I hope I answered your question.
Mr. Shaw, I guess this would be more of a general Second Amendment question to you.
I believe this is our permit to carry right here. This is all we need. Dr. Richards, I got to take some issues with your stance on as far as firearms, okay? First off, the term assault weapon is a nice term that was invented by the anti-gunners when all the, quote, assault weapon is a semi-automatic rifle just like any other hunting rifle. But because it looks cool and it looks kind of mean, they decided to term it an assault weapon. Maybe we should call it the big, scary, ugly-looking weapon instead of an assault weapon. That's all this assault weapon is. Dr. Richards, you answered a survey where you said you were in favor of background checks between private sales of individuals at gun shows. I have no known reason why we have to do background checks on private sales whatsoever. I am in favor of our Second Amendment because just like that Japanese general said during World War II, the U.S. homeland will never be invaded because behind every blade of grass there is a rifle. It is a matter of national security. It is a matter of personal liberty. Actually, I believe that everyone has the duty and the responsibility to have a firearm to protect themselves and to protect their family. And let's stop playing games with the whole assault weapon thing, and let's call them for what they are. Whether you call it an AK-47, an AR-15, or whatever, it's a semi-automatic rifle. You have to pull the trigger every time you want it to shoot. It is not unlike any other kind of semi-automatic rifle.
Can I ask a question?